As the 2026 general elections draw closer, politics has tightened its grip on national attention. Campaign trails now dominate the daily rhythm of the country, with candidates at every level scrambling for the electorate's favor. But beneath the color and noise, a growing list of concerns is rising to the surface, this time highlighted by the Inter-Religious Council of Uganda in its latest pastoral call for peace, justice and integrity. In their assessment, the council paints a worrying picture of the political environment, pointing particularly to a surge in arbitrary arrests, most of which target individuals perceived to be victims of political persecution, a situation the council describes as a strain on constitutional guarantees of fairness and justice.
Many opposition members, supporters and activists have been arrested on charges ranging from incitement and unlawful assembly to treason, with some reportedly held for extended periods without timely access to bail. While we recognize that security agencies have a mandate to enforce the law and may arrest any person reasonably suspected of committing a crime, such actions must be conducted in accordance with the law and with full respect for due process.
The religious leaders also voiced alarm over reports of campaign disruptions, including the dispersal of political rallies and the diversion of candidates on two unnecessarily long routes. They argue that such tactics effectively deny voters the opportunity to hear from those seeking office, undermining both civic participation and transparency in the electoral process.
Citizens report political gatherings being dispersed by security personnel, restricted access to campaign venues, and the use of tear gas during tense moments. Additionally, several candidates describe difficulties moving freely to meet their supporters, while diversions onto long routes have cost them valuable campaign time. As a result, voters are denied opportunities to engage with diverse political viewpoints, and parties that face repeated disruptions cannot fully present their programs to the nation. Over time, these patterns discourage participation, fuel apathy, and deepen the sense that elections are predetermined rather than competitive.
On matters of security, the council did not mince words, criticizing the conduct of certain security agencies whose methods, they say, resemble military operations rather than unlawful civilian-centered policing.
Armed units, including the Special Force Command, masked personnel, and plainclothes teams in unmarked vehicles have at times made civilian elections feel more like military operations than civic exercises. Such actions are a recipe for unrest and must stop.
The Electoral Commission did not escape scrutiny either. The Religious Council questioned the Commission's persistent silence amid campaign irregularities, citing the violent confrontation in Sanga, Chiruhura district, where alleged NRM supporters attacked NUP campaigners.
In recent weeks of campaigning, we have witnessed disruptive incidents such as young people in Sanga dressed in NRM t-shirts and armed with sticks chasing NUP supporters who were on an official campaign trail. Such acts reflect a regression in democratic practice, and the voice of the Electoral Commission has been absent in condemning such lawlessness.
Concerns extended to the media space as well. The council flagged what it called a worrying culture of selective access, where some media houses are reportedly blocked from covering specific presidential candidates or certain public institutions like Parliament. To the moral watchdogs, this trend signals a deeper democratic recession, one where accountability institutions risk being reduced to mere ornaments.
Some media houses have been banned from covering certain candidates. This is a violation of freedoms of speech and expression.
With campaigns intensifying each day, the Religious Council's message stands as a reminder that an election is not only about ballots and rallies, but also about the integrity of the systems and freedoms that guide the process. Their call, tinged with caution, challenges authorities to act before these cracks widen into a crisis that will be far harder to mend once the ballots are cast. David Ijo, NTV.